Let's look at the possible answers of first state, prelim, maths lit, paper 1. Okay. Go straight to the question. Question number 1. Question number 1 requires you to match. They are telling you in a table 1 below is a list of explanations and definitions of concepts used in mathematical literacy. Table 1, explanations and definitions of concepts. A, annual tax payable before rebates. B, a special type of diagram is used to determine the outcomes of an event in a game. C, a numerical description of how likely an event is to occur. D, ordinary and necessary costs of running a small business. E, a financial benefit is realized when money generated from a business exceeds the expenses, costs, and taxes involved in keeping the business. E, the process of using a research tool to gather information. G, a chance of a particular outcome in a game of sports. H, a tax relief is given to a taxpayer. So we are using that table there to match these questions that are down here. All right, when we look at this, when you look at these possible answers here, we see a survey. This is F, a process of research. So 1.1.1 was supposed to be F. Then we look at tax rebate. Tax rebate is a tax relief. A tax relief given, so H. So we say 1.1.2, it's H. Then we look at 1.1.3. Probability is C. And a numerical description of how likely an event is to occur. That's why we make it C. We go to profit, which is 1.1.4. This is dealing with business. A financial benefit realized when money generated from a business exceeds the expenses. So the money that exceeds expenses, we call it profit, which is E. All right, that's our 8 marks, so easy to get. All right, we go to the next question, which is 1.2. A gas cylinder and outdoor cooker are useful devices to provide an alternative energy source during camping. Below is a picture of a set consisting of a gas cylinder and outdoor cooker with different payment options. The first one is the cash, 2, hire purchase, and 3, it's the online credit. Give to most costly. They're asking most costly. Definitely cash is out of this. So we have hire purchase and online credit. We go on and we say 1.2.2. Define hire purchase. Hire purchase, what we shall need from you is the method of payment using installments. Using installments, usually monthly. Usually monthly. Write down the interest rate if the gas cylinder and the outdoor, If the gas cylinder, the auto cooker set were bought on hire purchase, what are we looking for? Interest rate. When we come here, it's this much. So you write it down there. It becomes 9.5%. Calculate the total cost of a gas cylinder and the outdoor cooker set using the online credit. We are looking for total cost, and when you look at it, it's this much per month. So we shall come here, say 942 rands 50 cents multiplied by 12. Multiplied by 12. And here the answer became 11,310 rands. This is the total cost. A 10% discount is given on the cash price. Calculate the amount of discount given if the gas cylinder and the outdoor cooker are purchased for cash. So a discount is given on the cash price. So simply meaning it's going to be 10% times the cash price that we already saw as 10,099 rands. So we shall come here 10 times 10,099 rands, and the answer became 1,009 rands 90 cents. All right. Choose which one of the following options. Choose which one of the following, A, B, or C, completes or explains the leading statement below. The statement says 15% of VAT is an indirect form of tax because it is included in the cost of price. No. Paid straight to the government. No. Collected by the retail store from the customer who pays the tax in. So the answer here is supposed to be C. One point three. 1.3, we see a diagram here, which is the same as a tree diagram. They're asking you identify the type of the diagram illustrated below. Sorry, above. It's supposed to be tree. A tree diagram. It's a tree diagram, and they say complete H and Q. Now, what you have to know, H, we can follow one of the roots here. Now we only see this is the T. Then if the T is represented, what does WBR stand for? So it's this one here, WBR. And when you come here, we see it as white bread roll. So our H is that much. Then they're asking us to give Q. Now Q, when you follow very well, it's this white bread, and when you come here, white bread is represented by WB, followed by toast, which is represented by T. So our Q will be WBT. All right, we continue. We see 1.3.3, write down the total number of outcomes. Now, total number of outcomes, we count this other part here. We see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Don't worry, even though you've not got this right, but you count it as an outcome, even though it's not there. So we have 6 outcomes. They're asking you, determine the number of bread roll outcome. Bread roll outcome, we are looking for BR. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. Bread roll, which is BR. So we count the BR that we have there. There are 4 of them. And this marks the end of question 1. Let's go. We look at question number 2. A person is an insurance sales lady and earns a basic salary of 12,000 per month plus a commission In September 2024, she expects to make 22,000 in commission plus bonus of 8,120. So her monthly expenses are as follows. These are expenses that you need to identify. Which one is fixed? This is fixed. Fuel is variable. Fixed simply meaning does not change. Per month, someone has to pay this much. But variable, it means it can change. Variable changes. So here, electricity also can change. The electricity you used last month would not be the same as the one that you have used this month. It's not fixed. Membership fee, it's fixed. Car payment, it's fixed. Insurance, it's fixed. Cell phone, if it's on contract, we shall say fixed. But if it's a daily, if it's not on contract, then it becomes variable. Then groceries, these are variable. Entertainment, variable. Or occasional. But entertainment, some people, if they planned, it becomes variable, whereby we say the amount you spent for, or the amount you spent on entertainment last month, it could not be the same as the one that you have. Then water sewage also, water usage, it's variable. It keeps changing. Okay, they are telling us, use the provided answer sheet to construct Isiom's budget. Remember, budget has two sides. Let's go and you see the next chart or the answer sheet. So now this is how it looks like, and we are having one side says income and the other side says expenses. Now you have to list down the incomes. So we looked at the person has a basic salary. We say the person had a basic salary of 12,000. Then he's going to get some commission. The commission was 22,000. All this is money coming in, and we have the bonus. The bonus, they told us it was 8,120. Don't forget, you need to add them up. You get the total there. When we add them up, we have 42,120. When you do the same, this side we shall write the expenses that we've already seen. We have rent, fuel, electricity, monthly gym fee. So we say we have rent, electricity, the gym fee, we saw the car payment, car payment. Payment, then we saw the other one was fuel, monthly car payment, insurance, cell phone, groceries. Now we're looking at fuel, groceries. We have rent, and we said it was 8,800. Electricity was 800. The order does not matter as long as you've written the membership. This was 800. Membership is 350. Car payment it's 4,600. Then fuel was 2,500. We have insurance. Insurance is 1,975. And you have the cell phone, which was 800. Then we have groceries. Groceries which are 3,000. Entertainment 1,700. Water usage, we are looking at 400. And when you add everything here, it's 24,625. So how we marked, we need this. Actually each side, this side x3. And also here we mark any. That's how you get your 6 marks. All right. So that's the worksheet we've done. We are done with that. They are telling us express the ratio of entertainment. Take note of that. Entertainment to rent. So you need the ratio. So the first thing you do, you write down the amount. Entertainment was 1.7, and the rent is 8,500. So this is the same as having a 17 and 85, which is the same as 1:5. You put this in your calculator using that function of yours. So you put the 7, 1,7, then down here you press the equal signs, you'll have 1/5. So which turns into a ratio form. Please don't leave it as a fraction. You do this on your calculator and you come up with the answer. All right, then let's look at this. They're asking us express the variable expenses as a percentage of basic salary. That means we need to add all the variable expenses over the basic salary, and we multiply by 100. So remember, we identify the variables up there. What you're going to do, you're going to add them up. Add all the variables, as we said, the ones with the P. So we have 2,500 plus 800 plus 800 for the phone. That means the airtime. Then we have groceries, 30,000. Entertainment, we called it variable, but it would have been occasional. It's fine. That happens once in a while. Then we have the 400. When we add up everything here, we end up having, when we add everything up, we end up having 9,200 over the basic salary, which we saw as 4,000. We multiply by 100, and our answer became 76.67%. So our answer here is supposed to be 9,200 over 4,000 times 100, and the answer we put it as. We go to the next question, which is 2.2. This person plans to purchase a Ford Ranger Bakkie light delivery vehicle from her 1.25 million investment earnings. She received the following price quotation from a car dealer on 28th February. So we look at that. These are the prices. The selling price, you have a discount, accessories. These are the accessories. Accessories means the add-ons. Then the total amount there comes, subtotal, the value added tax, then the due amount. All right. We continue and we see determine the word price quotation. Now, price quotation, we would say, is a list of items, with expected amounts. Expected amounts, not yet confirmed. Expected amounts. Then write 1.25 million in full using numbers only. So we don't want this word million. You know very well a million should have 6 zeros. So get this number, multiply it by a million. 2 zeros will go off. Why? We have two numbers after the comma. So here we have that much. This is what they wanted you to have. That's what they wanted you to have. Then they're telling us, calculate, rounded off to 2 decimal places, the percentage discount given on a Bakkie selling price. The percentage discount. Look at that. That means it's a discount over the cash money times 100. When we go very well and we look at our discount here on top, let's come and we see the discount is 18,420. 18,420 over the cash money, the selling amount, which is 480,263,000. We shall come here and say 480. Times 100. Times 100, and we get our answer as 3.84%. 3.84%. That was a percentage discount. Show with calculations how the amount of 548,673 rands 59 cents was calculated this amount here. But what you have to put in your head is that this amount is this one here, and it's the due amount. So what's missing here? The VAT was missing. So it's supposed to be this plus the VAT. So how do we include VAT? It's going to be 7 times 1,15. All we had to do it was to include VAT, and we show that indeed this is the answer. So that was the answer there. So they are asking us, give one reason why a customer would prefer installing the accessory bull bar. Someone might say it's for decoration. Decoration. The other it's to protect the front part of the car. The front part of the car. All right, here we have 9 marks. This has to be done on a larger pace. Let's see. All right, let's take and highlight these parts here. Question E has this much. He invested this much in 33 months period, 6% interest rate per annum, and it's compounded annually. That means this money gets increases every year. Okay, let's see. Show whether the interest earned, you're looking now for the interest earned on the investment is enough to purchase the back. Remember, it's compounded annually or 33 months. Since it's per annum, we need to change these months into years. So what we shall say, first and foremost, allow me use the space, a newer space. Let me check here if I have some space. You have to remember this. This is what we're going to deal with. Now we are going to say a person invested an amount of 1.25 million for a period of 33 months. And at an interest rate of 6.7%. This is per annum, compounded annually. Compounded annually. What does this simply mean? Every year. So we need to change these months into years because the interest is per annum. So we shall say 33 divided by 4, end up having 2 years, 2 full years, 2 3/4 years, which is simply means 2 full years and 9 months. We shall change the months to years after we are done with this. Anyway, we shall continue now. So we shall ask ourselves in the first year, how much will the person pay? So we shall say, by the way, as we deal with compound interest, this is an increase. So it will be 100% plus 6, whereby you get. So this is what we're going to use. Actually, you can divide it by 100 and you end up having. So for the first year to be times the money. Please write this in full. So at the end of the first year, the person will be having 1,333,750 rands. So this is at the end of the first year. So the second year, year 2, it will be the same. Multiply, and you end up having 1,423,111 rands 25 cents. So these are the 2 full years. Now, for the 9 months, what we're going to do, we shall say, because the 9 months have to change into years, we shall say, we shall not use this. However, we shall say 6 comma times this money here that we have. Times the interest, sorry, times the. So now we are changing these 9 months into years. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for interest in those 9 months. What will it be? 6 comma so the interest only is this much. Sorry. The interest only is this much. So if we add on the original amount of money, we end up having so at the end of the 33 months, this is how much the person has. So they are telling us, will the interest be enough to buy the bucket? So we shall come here, subtract the amount of money that was invested. We end up having we end up having 244,622 rands 59 cents. And our conclusion has to be it's not enough. It's not enough. This is the interest the person will have to get. It's not enough. All right, we continue to question number. This takes us to question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 3, we are looking at the Virgin Health and Fitness Center gives spinning organized classes by 3 different instructors, Paul, Andre, and Eve. Picture of the person on the spinning cycle. Paul, evening group, Andre, the day group, with the 20 registered participants, and Eve, the morning group that has 8 participants. Annexure A shows the attendance records for the 3 groups over 18 days, as well as the corresponding graphs representing the attendance for Paul and Andre group. Note, the spinning studio may always be accessed by non-group or any member of the fitness center beyond organized classes with no instructor, leading to spinning. So here we have use annexure A and the information above to answer the questions that follow. State the best tool to collect the respective data for attendance for the spinning group. Let's go and see annexure. This is it. What tool can we use to get, or what tool can they use to get this? Here we can say observation. Observation. Remember, it's data collection. I believe someone also can. Yeah, but anyway, what do you observe? You can observe there the register where they log in. All right. So determine the missing value R if the mean attendance for post group is 16. What comes in your head? This simply means they already have the mean. What are they looking for? The missing values. Let's go there and see. So this is impose. We are looking at imposed group. That's what you're looking at. And the missing values. The missing values are 1, 2, 3. But you should not get scared because they've already told us they have the mean. So the formula would be, we're looking for the missing values, we shall say mean times the number of the number of items that they added equals to the total number of values that are present plus the unknown. They have told us our mean is 16 of how many values. So we count to say they are 18 by the way. Told us they're 18. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 8. So we come here and multiply by 18 equals, when you add these numbers, 20 plus 9 plus 10 plus 3, when you add all the normal numbers, you get 216 plus how many numbers are missing? The unknowns. We have 3. So we have 3R. This is the method when you given mean. So when you multiply here, what do we end up having? We end up having 288 equals to 216 plus 3r. The 216 will jump over there, which becomes a minus, becomes a and we shall say 288 minus 216, which gives you what? 72, giving me 3r. We are looking for only one r. We divide through by 3. Divide through by 3. So my r is 24. So the value of r is 24. Take note of that, please. The total value. Total value, the number, when you add these numbers here. These numbers, when you add them up, what you get? Add all the normal numbers here, apart from the unknowns, because these ones you don't know them. That's why we have the 3r there. When we added all these normal numbers, we got 2 point, and when we multiplied here, we got this much. Since this has to jump over here, we leave the 3r alone, we subtracted. We ended up with 72, we divided it by 3, we got our answer as 24. All right, we look at the next question. The next question goes, or it says, the next question says, determine Andre's group median. Let's go to the next and we see Andre's group median is this one here, but also here, oh, it's missing, because if it was here, then we'll take it from there. So what do we do when they ask for the median? We arrange them in ascending order. So small to big. I believe 11 is the smallest. There's only one 11 followed by 12. So this is 1, 2, there's another 12 here, 3, 14, 4, there are 2 15s, which is 5 and 6. We have a 16, 7, we have 18. 18, we have 18, 8, 18, 9. We have 19, 10, 11, 12. Then we have 6 20s. That's 12. So we have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So now you're good to go. You can rearrange them. You can rearrange those numbers now. But in your head, you know, since it's 18, 18 divided by 2, you're going to get perfect number 9. So it means you're going to have the 9th number plus the 10th number. The number possible solutions for KwaZulu-Natal, Paper 1, Mathematical Literacy, Preparatory Exam 2024. All right, go straight to question number 1. Question number 1. University education has become so expensive that only a few learners can afford to pay for their first year education. Table 1 below shows the 2024 first year fees for 5 faculties in top 8 South African universities. All right. These are the universities that we are looking at, and these are the faculties. These are the different faculties, which are 5. So the universities are 8, and the faculties are 5. Anyway, state whether the data above for the 5 faculties is discrete or continuous. The data that we are seeing is discrete. Why do we say discrete? 1, because we are having all numbers. Write in words the University of KwaZulu-Natal is for BA. First and foremost, we need to identify this is the BA. Then we come to University of KwaZulu-Natal. So we need to write that in words, which is 49. $49,000. $49,600. $28. Arrange the BS degree fees for the 8 universities in ascending order from smallest to biggest. We are looking at the BSc degrees. BSc. Looking at the BSc degree, so which is this one here. So from lowest to highest, we start with the lowest number. This one becomes 1, followed by this. We have this, followed by that. We go to this. Followed by this. We come to 7. And eventually we come to the highest. So the reason why I do this is to avoid errors. So when I come down here, I know number 1 is supposed to be this much. Number 2 number 3 number 4 number 5 number 6 7 and lastly 8. Name the cheapest university for BCom degree. Cheapest. BCom, where is the lowest university that we have here? 53,000. And from University of KwaZulu-Natal, University of KwaZulu-Natal. Okay. Here we go. They're telling that this land is the most expensive university for LLB degree. Calculate A, given that the range of LLB for the 8 universities is this much. So this is range given to us. A, the highest value. That means we have the lowest value. Why? Because we know very well for them to have got range, they used this formula here, which simply means range. I already have it, it's there. So I'll substitute it equals to the highest value, which is A, minus the lowest. Then we go to the, but here let's look for the lowest value, which is 45,390. So the value of A is going to be 27,610 plus 45,390. And the value of A, we got it as 73,000. 73,000. If the University of Cape Town has 187 first-year students doing engineering, calculate the total amount of fees from the students. So we shall multiply by the amount we have here, the University of Cape Town, and we are looking at this 84,060. And we end up having 15,719,120 rands. Here's the next question, 1.2. When you look at this, is the bank statement. And they're telling us to explain the meaning of what's meant by the balance brought forward. We have to say is the closing balance from the previous month. Determine the value of B. We go to the next chart, you see, yeah, B is balance. So it's supposed to be this minus this. Sorry, this minus this, they go to that. This minus this. So it's supposed to be subtraction of that. So the value of B is going to be B will equal to the previous balance minus calculate the total amount of cash withdrawals in the statement. Look at cash withdrawals. We have one cash withdrawal, and we have two cash withdrawals. So we need to add them up. So what are we adding? We are adding this side here, the values that we have. So 1.8 plus 9,500 Okay, they're telling us round off the salary deposited into Nambuzo's account to the nearest thousand. So we first need to know the cash deposited is this one. Salary deposited is this other one. So we are taking this, which is 42,893. 42,893, 76 to the nearest, supposed to be 43,000. Determine the unit ratio. This one here we start with 1. So unit ratio of service fee 50 to 2. The cash deposited on the 13. So it's 52 is 5,200. And the answer became 1 is to 100. Calculate the difference between the highest and the lowest value there. Service fee, here we go. This is the lowest and this is the highest, which I need to subtract that. 300 minus 1 rand 20 cents. And the answer became 299, identify the type of fuel. Identify the type of fuel that has the second largest difference. So you had to subtract this and this, this and this, that and that. This was the highest number there, 93 petrol inland. Inland. So calculate the difference between 95 and it is supposed to be And they're telling us right now the model price, there was no mode here. All right, this brings us to the end of question number 1. Question number 2. Lambert wants to buy. Lambert wants to buy a house in Durban. His bank can approve a housing loan of 1,500,000, 1.5 million, to be paid back over a period of 25 years at an interest of 11.5% interest per annum. He saw an advert. He saw an advert on the internet for the house in Morningside, Durban. So here they are telling us 2.1.1, write down any 2 features of the property above. The features are these ones in diagram. So the first one, these are bedrooms. This represents bedroom. This represents bathroom. And this represents a garage where you keep the car. And this represents parking. All right? An open place there, like the car is out there. Okay, they are saying write any 2. So you're supposed to pick any 2 from these ones here. Any 2 from these ones here. Why is it asked? Because you're not going to draw this. You're going to write them in words. So you pick any 2. All right. 2.1.2. Use table 3 in annexure B to calculate Lambert's monthly repayment on a loan of 1,500,000. You may use the formula below, which is true, which equals to loan amount divided by 1,000 times the factor. So what if, first and foremost, we're going to look at what's the loan amount here. He wants to take everything. He wants to take a loan of 1 million. So it's going to be 1,500,000 divided by 1,000 times the factor. So we go to the table and we look at the factor. So take notes. These are the years. These are the years. Then the interest rate is this one here. Interest rate. So now, where the 2 meet, that will become the factor. So 25 years of. So this is the factor here. Because this is where the years is going to take the loan for and the interest. So you follow that line where they meet. So the factor is this 10,16. So we shall come here and say 10,16. $10,16, and the answer became 10,240. We go ahead and we say 2.1.3, use a table 3. Use table 3 in the next year B to calculate the total transfer and total bond cost Lambert will have to pay for the property above. We're looking at these 2. So you're going to say TF plus TB. TF total transfer. This is TT. Total transfer plus total bond. Total transfer plus total bond. We shall go to the next chart. First and foremost, we shall identify the house is at 1 million and a half. So we come here, we say, okay, if it's 1 million and a half, what is the amount that we need? It's this much. Because this side was transfer. This side from here to there, it's transfer cost. So the total transfer cost is this much. Plus the total bond. Now, this is the bond cost this side. Total cost, and we end up having so we add that up. Let's go and we see. $46,791 50 cents plus 34,000. And the final answer there was 81,000. This is the money. This is the money that they will use for transfers and the total bond costs. All right. 2.1.4. Lambert stated that if the bank gives him a loan of 105%, that means the loan has increased by 5% of the property cash price, he will be able to buy the property above and pay the transfer and the bond costs. Verify showing all the calculations. Now, number one, we need to know, because now initially only the loan buy the house is a $500,000. It's 1 million and a half. When we add on the transfer money and the bond money or bond cost to become this much, we need to add and find out. So we are adding and we see 1,555 plus 81,583. This becomes 1,058,000. So if 1,581,583 rands. So this is what is needed before the increment. Now, it claims when the loan is that if the loan is increased by 5%, we'll be able to beat this. So let's find out. So we shall take the percentage at which it's going to increase. And remember they had promised him full amount. So we increase that. So we end up having 575,000. This versus that, so it's incorrect. It's correct. Incorrect. Incorrect. Because the money he gets after the increment, it's lower than, it's shorty. It's not what you expected to have. Yeah, it's shorting by 6,583. This is a shortfall. So the statement is incorrect. Two point 1.5. Calculate the total interest Lambert will pay if the bank agrees. If the bank agrees, now we are looking at interest. Interest if the bank agrees to give you. Remember, now if the bank agrees to give him 112%, that means they would have given them 1,575,000. So we look at interest. What will it be? So simply meaning we need to come and we see. First and foremost, we need to find out the monthly loan amount. So we shall do the same. We shall come here. We divide by 1,000 times the factor. Now the factor could have changed because now we are looking at 11%. Okay, factor is the same. 25 years of age. So we say times 10, and 6. Whatever I'm doing there, I'm looking for what we call the monthly repayment. So I will end up, answer becomes 16,002. You understand? This is the monthly. But then if you pay this much,